I had a rough day, but that's life, it happens. Woke up on the dark side of my mattress. I guess I forgot to set my clock. Overslept, almost lost the job. Been to top it off, I'm kinda hungry, but can't eat till I find my money. It's in my wallet, but my wallet ain't in my pocket. Can't remember the last time I saw it. And they don't want me in a bad mood, afraid that it'll spread and everyone will catch an attitude. They got them all singing the same tune, thinking I should go and start a fire in the break room. Co-workers make me sick, and the manager really ain't shit, but I can't quit, so I'm hiding in the basement, holding on to my face like fuck this place. Every day can't be the best day. Do what you can right now, don't hesitate. That's why we try to make love and get paid. Take the bad with the good, now let's play. Every day can't be the best day. Do what you can right now, don't hesitate. That's why we try to make love and get paid. Take the bad with the good, now let's play. Hell no, I ain't going to school. The teacher's a jerk, he must think I'm a fool. And all the kids mess with each other always, all day. Class warfare up and down the hallways. And if you ain't popular, nobody talks to you unless they mocking you. Not even the bus driver or the hall monitor. I might as well climb inside my locker, huh? It's a bad day, bad week, and a bad month. Don't nobody wanna trade with my bag lunch. Someday I'ma be so cool, but for now I got cheap shoes, so I keep losing. Girls give no love to a poor man. It's a prison, the clock is warden, and it won't get no better when I get home. So I listen to the voice in my headphones. It say, every day can't be the best day. Do what you can right now, don't hesitate. That's why we try to make love and get paid. Take the bad with the good, now let's play. Every day can't be the best day. Do what you can right now, don't hesitate. That's why we try to make love and get paid. Take the bad with the good, now let's play. Can't dance with an upset stomach. The overdraft notices just kept coming. Somebody broke into the porch and stole a chair. Top of your head stopped growing hair. Broken glass, computer crash. The car won't start and the tires went flat. Dog got loose, brought back a dead cat. Daughter found it and had a panic attack. Plus you ain't had sex in how long? Afraid to admit that the fire's all gone. The better half is talking about separate. You wish you could take it back to yesterday. You're not alone, it's hard as hell, but don't waste no time feeling sorry for self. We'll be right here with you through your war, cause you're the one that we make this music for. Now turn it up, every day can't be the best day. Do what you can right now, don't hesitate. That's why we try to make love and get paid. Take the bad with the good, now let's play. Every day can't be the best day. Do what you can right now, don't hesitate. That's why we try to make love and get paid. Take the bad with the good, now let's play.
Taught me nice, but no talking at all. I'm not on my phone, no matter what, I ain't picking up calls. Tell me I'm nice, they ain't airing my calls. I see how we're doing this, done we're pursuing this shit gonna fall. Taught me nice, but no talking at all. Not on my phone, no matter what, I ain't picking up calls. Tell me I'm nice, they ain't airing my calls. I see how we're doing this, done we're pursuing this shit gonna fall. No detours made my break as I leave for it. No schemes in this bitch, I'm pure as they come out of roll, no D4s. No slow life, I'm off the charts, I'm going crazy, pulling G-forces. I'm so sick, give me respect, I make bank off of league courses. Stop posing up, thinking you cool. You want a part of this group, everyone know no one's talking to you. Yeah, I'm talking to you. Stop acting tough, no one gonna lose. Yeah, no one gonna lose. If you gon' shoot me, then come and shoot. Damn, a body got dropped, someone got shot, kick on the cops, keep it on lock. Damn, body got dropped, someone got shot, kick on the cops, that is some guy. Taught me nice, but no talking at all. I'm not on my phone, no matter what, I ain't picking up calls. Tell me I'm nice, they ain't airing my calls. I see how we're doing this, done we're pursuing this shit gonna fall. Taught me nice, no talking at all. Not on my phone, no matter what, I ain't picking up calls. Tell me I'm nice, they ain't airing my calls. I see how we're doing this, done we're pursuing this shit gonna fall. Taught me nice, no talking at all. Hey,
drive you bonkers. Meet 'em once and they'll forever haunt ya. Yeah. There's no heroes or villains in this place. Just shadows that dance in my headspace, leaving nothing but phantoms in their way. There's parts of me I cannot hide. I've tried and tried a million times. Cross my heart and hope to die. Welcome to my dark side. Take a step into the havoc. Look around, this ain't even the half of it. Marking the line between panic and losing my mind, embracing the madness. My devils, they whisper in my ear, deafening me with all my fears. I'm living in a nightmare. Parts of me I cannot hide. I've tried and tried a million times. Cross my heart and hope to die. Welcome to my dark side. Cross my heart and hope to die. Welcome to my dark side.
Bye-bye. I'm a little awkward today, so excuse me if I... I don't know. I don't know. I was gonna promote an Instagram. Why is that person friending me? Is the real question. Promote YouTube. Okay, is this picking up? Okay, it is. I was really concerned for a second. I was like, Now with my luck, it just won't pick up, and I'll just be like, well, hope I live here now. I can find people out now. Wow, it's just blocking. Whoa. So how's everyone? How's what? Montgomery? We're doing traditional stream, and because I hate my life or something. Boop, 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 boop. And we'll just do the little like boop. Where's my little dot? I really should. I don't know how to stream. Send help. Ooh. Oh. Ow. That's fine. That will work. I do not care. Okay. How's life? How we doing? Are we dead yet? Is the real question. Probably not. They did. Probably did. Who knows? Who knows? I opened the wrong thing. That to me, they're gonna have to tell me because apparently. Okay. Oh. I'm alive again. Ow. Oh, I can. Amazing. Oh, God. So, let me show you my panels. The book. A book. Let me show you the panels, what we're working on, and we'll go from there. Okay. So, here's the idea. The combo they had. We had to do 3 panels, so my 3 panels. I wanted a more dramatic framing. Big page spread, so there's a lot of ink work. We might actually do that today, that might be fun. And then a lot of panels. So that's fun. I got script kind of laid out. There was the boys' ideas. I had to get like 9 of these. So for mix and match, and we went with the middle. I might go live tomorrow, I'm gonna be honest, because I have to do this piece tomorrow. I did 20 thumbnails for that one. 20 thumbnails for this boy. I had the other one, but we're doing this one. And that's for my illustration class. And this one, this is for my sequential comics. This is for my comics class. The other one's for my illustration. I've been doing a couple boards here and there. Little figures. Fun shit. We'll see how we go. Yeah, so we have this panel. These are huge. They're big boys. Here's the big long. Got it. Little ink there. Here's another big. We'll see. Honestly, it might be really fun to do this and work on the inking, because we have to use dips. We have to use dip pens. So, actually, pull that boy up. There we go. Just do some dip work. I got got 2 pens. I got the boy, which is I think it was originally like an a inkwell pen. Well, stuff. But I think the ink in there like ran out or needs help sometimes or something, because I have to dip it every once in a while. But it works like a dip pen, so and then the other one is actual pen. I have all the nibs. All my nibs. And then using black ink, even though I have my browns. Black. I don't know if I have enough of this. This is brown. I was like, this feels full. Brown. I have a little bit of that. Then I'm thinking about running to the store tomorrow and picking up some white. And maybe another black. I think that might be a good idea. I'm not sure. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. If we have time. But I'm starting it today. I'm starting it whenever. But yeah. I have to test some of these. I don't know what they do. Let's see. It's a weird ass thing. I've never seen. I mean, I'm not an ink person. I don't know, but I've never seen a gift like that. Fine, everything's fine. Yeah. That's the plan. Oh. And now watch me rotate this 20. Oh. Oh. We're working on this one. No. It's the reference. Reference panel. I'll know generally where I'm going. Let's see what happening this week. The real question. So yeah. Twitch is just dying on me, as it does, you know how it is. Twitch literally just dies on me. Fine. Fine. Everything's fine. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's just fine. Oh, no. No. Go back. Okay. Yeah. So. I also have a... I don't know where it is. I got like an actual eraser or something. Me and not knowing where my fucking eraser is. Honestly. I also don't know where my ruler is. That was an issue earlier on because I was like, wow, I'd love to draw a straight line. If I knew where my fucking ruler was. I still haven't found my ruler. But do I care? No. The answer is no, I don't care. I just ran my hand out. I have the cutting board, so I'm running. This technically would be big white, if you're wondering. Also, I need to get another glove because it's bothering me that my oils of my hand are getting on the paper. And that's just training. Training says this is wrong. And I'm like, wow, it is. I'm doing the wrong. Yeah. Let's see. Something I was considering, like I do every so often, is talking about my world, because something like started me off on it. Now I can't like being like want to explain it. And then I realized no one wants to hear it, and that's why I stopped doing that shit. But maybe stream always seems happy with it. I was like, maybe I'll do that. But because no one ever cares about my own shit. I draw it, so I'm not famous enough. Or fan artist. You draw fan art. Give me your art, and then as soon as you draw your original, I don't care about you anymore. Get out of here. I see how it is. You're not loyal. Problem is, I I actually enjoy drawing fan art a lot more than I draw originals. So everyone's like, "Oh no, originals have to be internally motivated to draw it, and everyone's more motivated to draw their own stuff." I'm like, no, fam. I actually don't want to draw my own stuff. I'm only drawing it because people tell me to. Like, why did you go? Yeah, that's good, but can you do better? And then when I draw like fan art, they're like, "This is amazing and I love it and keep doing it." And I'm like, "Wow, I'll just do that. That makes me feel better all around." What big do is wow. People are like, "Why don't you draw original stuff?" This fucking reason, fam. Get out of here. Okay. Just like thinking back away, and I'm like, I think I put the camera. Not as like well into. I do have to focus on stuff. But for you to ask us, I can't answer those. That I can talk about. A lot of has happened. For a week, that was fun. Got sick for a week. Wanted to fucking pass out. It was great fun. I loved it here. I'm behind it on my work, like always. Not from me. All my schoolwork. My illustration class is going over like the programs we. Oh, here's. I know you guys never. Of course not. I would never use Photoshop for anything. Not even. Never to use like animation and storyboarding. That? What? No, I would have to be dumb to do that. Meanwhile, like, I have access to clip or paint, TV paint, and I still am like, alright, I need to let me open Photoshop. Oh. But like, I've been certified in Photoshop twice. It fucking expires after 2 years. Hate it here. Or anything. What? No, what? No, I didn't be. That is too sweet. I hate it. Oh god. I feel like I'm bad. Why am I feeling like I'm bad? I'm not bad. I'm good at shit. Good at shit. I swear. Like I'm. I think I don't want to do it. Scary. I'll probably mess. I mean, I did a practicing the other day, and I was like, I messed it up big time. And problem with me, I don't give a fuck, and that's my problem. Cause I mess up, and I go, well, this is messed up now. Who cares? Not me. Everyone else is like, I care, and I'm like, oh, should I care that much? I shouldn't. You're gonna get paid Stuff like that, right? I see a mistake. A mistake. I like that mistake. Oh, it's a mistake. What? Honestly, I wish I could do. So this is a. But didn't I think I've mentioned it before? I really was like scatter. So just free flow. It's this motion. It's that. Oh, if you make a mistake, everyone's. Oh, it's just part of the art style, silly. Kind of. Care about proportion. Awesome. And we'll see how far we get. I think I have to care about him. I'm not. I really angles and call it is the real question. Probably not. Also, if you are here, stream starting time, opinions, front two, but I'm gonna keep asking for stream start time. That's important, probably. Which is lagging like fucking crazy. Let me do an internet test real fast. My internet has been splotchy. So I wouldn't put it out of the question. What's the upload speed? Oh, we good. Good for what we were on. Okay. That's just Twitch. Which, you know, my Twitch is always glitchy. So that's fun. Yeah. What else happened? I feel like there was cool shit that happened that I'm forgetting. I don't know what the cool shit. The comics person. Kind of cool. Oh, I got their name. Did Press Duty. They did a a comic called something. They did like I don't know what it was called, but they did a fish market comic. Japanese market comic. And then they've done comics regular. Yeah. They came in. They were pretty cool. I should know their name. I didn't write it down. It's just, it was like something really simple, and I'll remember that. And of course, I didn't fucking remember, because of course, why would I? But yeah, that was it. I need to go. I just get so fucking tired. Oh, I'm gonna do it in like these enough. Go to the. I have no energy for the rest of the weekend, and I hate my life. Next week, it's me passing out every. And I just avoided passing out and actually get my work done. I am tempting on. Also, hey, point, if you see me working on something, I want to print it out. Please tell me that you'll pay for it, because I will not work for it. And I want to hang that on the wall. Just said something. You. Charge you $30. Plus whatever shipping is. Fun. Oh, the stickers are cheap. X one. Not a traditional thing. Because it took more. It took me. I actually really like teaching it. I know a lot of people make fun of it. That's fair. I like his. He has a scarf. Scarves. Scarves, shawls, capes. Shit. I'm like, something. He has a scarf. The only thing is, talk about. Don't talk about hair that makes it look like every other, the other basic ass hair. He doesn't interact with it. On his hair, like in whatever this piece is. It might have been in this piece earlier on. I was like, how can I show this is teeth? I just did a swirl for his hair and I was like, done, easy. And pages there. I'm like, no. Denied. Hat or hair. Also, because it's just I just draw it like extreme version of my character's hair. One of my main characters' hair. So I was like, oh, I'm a sucker. There. Got like my second batch of oh no. Actually or bronze gun. That's fun. Yeah, that's fun. Always do. Was honestly the idea that I was thinking about doing. Then I was like, maybe it's a little too weird. I should just like not do. Right. You know, the artist thoughts at like 3. Yeah, I was having those. But the idea a piece like the people. So it's still fan art. Still fan art. So we're still winning on one front. And I throw them into my world. I don't know how many people the interested to be like, get out of here. Why are you throwing them into the fantasy world? And I'll be like, oh no. Just but I was thinking about doing that, and I don't know how much people know about it because I never talk about it ever. So why would I talk about it? Because dude, I have so much for this world, or with that's my world. So much for Orwith. No one has any idea, and it's the funniest thing, but also the saddest thing. Like I have religions, I have burial rites, I have history. Tectonic plates, I've got moons, I've got systems, I've got the planet, I've got like little like this as a little here. I got all that shit. Fucking in my world, they're cursed, which cursed by one of 3 dragons. That means you give up your a dragon's puppet. Technical, but they don't. The dragons are cleverer than that. No, you're not my puppet. What? No, what? No. No, you're my tongues, you're my voice into your reality. Smile, and definitely not my puppet that I play around with like a little toy. No, no, my claw. You're my eyes into your world. You're not my puppet. No. I was like, oh, if TJ was in my world. Brought it up. If TJ was on, I was artifice, which is someone who can control emotions, and him particularly like anger. and he draws aggro. draws aggro so much. He always beats it. Power would be that sort of. But problem with him, dragons, which cancels out the power because power comes from the gods. Old, which everyone thought about, so everyone, oh, it's just human shit. So have that. Curse J, which let me pull up my notes. Because of course I have notes. Which, what do you take me for? Someone who's dumb, probably. Which is fire. Yeah, so, Blue Jay makes her deals quick. Some dragons. Ooh, hi, tired. I'm talking about my world. I don't know what else to talk. Quick with. Oh, yeah, slipping. Let me sneak right in there and get ya. So she gets them that way. Basically, she comes from humans who believe that, they're the only, not human anymore. The monster. So, all the dragon stuff is about, like, separating you from your human. I'm drawing a comic cover. Or not comic cover. No, that was the other week. A 3-page comic. We're doing a high command reading from the other day. So here's the first panel. This massive. Where's a good reference? Because my hands are small. Pencil, right? Fucking map, right? I gotta ink all this by Wednesday. So fun. So fun. So here's the first page. Got like spaces with text blocks. The second page, just a couple little panel. Little panel spread. And then here's the last panel. And then we've got to ink it. There's. We gotta ink it, so I've got some dip pens, right? So insert the pen. Insert the tips. Insert the tip. Comics. I didn't know you made comics. It was very cool. Yeah, so technically my major is comics art. So, oh, whoopsies. Oh, we also got this dip pen. Yeah, we'll see which one we use. I am using right now, today, I'll probably use the Higgins black. Tomorrow I'm hoping, maybe, if I feel like it, we'll go to pick up the more black ink, because right now my black ink is low. And maybe I'll pick up some white. Well, because I do have like white gels, right? Of white gels, but like they're like spotty. I also personally I really like this kind of stuff, the India ink, but I don't have it in black. I have it in all the other colors because I did my bird piece. I like the sepia, but it's unique black. So whatever. But like India ink I use. non-water based stuff I like to use more on. But yeah, that's the gist. I'm just making the lines final so that when I go in to make all my mistakes with the ink, I can less. I will make. There is no way around it. And the problem is, I do not care. Everyone else is like, I care if I. And I'm like, I do not. I fucking care. I'm trying to minimize that as much as possible. To make mistakes on S. I did actually. Here's some of my tests. I was just playing around just to get. I haven't used ink in a bit. That. Play around with it. We got a little bit of this. I've used ink in the past. A lot. And more playing around with it. But, I haven't used it in a bit. So, how that goes. But this page is going to be the main one because it's more of like an illustration than the comic thing. But it should. I want to push the plan here, right? Is to put a lot of dark values down here. And push the eye up. I really want to show like space for this, so there'll probably be a lot of like empty space here. I was planning some of this stuff out because a lot of this don't need backgrounds, right? So like this has like a very light background. This has a light background. This has no background. This has a light background, and then these two panels will not have background. And then same here with this one. This does not have background. These will not have background. This will have a background, and this will have a background. Helpful tips. Do you have a lot of experience storyboarding as a fellow? I'm not going to. Helpful tips. Others who are work. We just start doing them. Honestly, I am definitely a lot more interested in storyboarding. I mean, you can just like look at my YouTube. Hold on. I go pull up my fucking YouTube, right? Like, just looking at my YouTube, I just do boards for fun half the time. Hold on. Right, so. Right, so. Like, this is the OC I was talking about earlier. This one's fun. This one's fun because I recorded all my own sounds for it. And honestly, like, it's like, oh, explain to me how you did this. I'd be like, then you summon teacher with me. I did all my own sounds for this. I made all these sounds, or except for the rain. I didn't make the rain, but stuff. Just really quick board. And then I just played with color. I think I just need to, like, boards are different than comics in the way of definitely like you are set to a screen, right? So you have a set like border. Like with comics, right? You can like change the border up and you can make it like different and shit. With like boards, you are set to like a certain size the whole time. But you can manipulate that. So like with this shot, right? Like technically it's the whole like screen, like the border, but I've manipulated it into so you can only see the positive space of the puddle as you're framing. So if you can figure out how to block stuff off, make better composition stuff. But sort of like just where can you let go sort of thing. Yeah. So it's interesting. Comics, I more am for panels that are free flowing, and there's like a lot of like other comics and looking helpful stuff. I would recommend, honestly. And the Tangled one. Right, this, right, mute it because it's Disney, but like looking at this, I'm always like, oh, look how cool this shit is. Have you seen this? Fucking sick shit, right? So you can see like the structured lines in the background just to give like an idea of space. But the idea of a storyboard is just to give just enough info so when you give it to animators or the artist after you, you can make it look, they can make it look pretty without like getting any. So basically a storyboarder, in my words, is I make the blueprints so that everyone else after me can build the house and make it look pretty, you know? But it's like the idea of like I can give you enough foundation to build upon it and know exactly what kind of to add. So like the effects artist added like this like shing to it. Like I didn't have to do that, but like they kind of were like, I'm gonna take creative liberties sort of shit. But just getting the idea down in like the most easily readable, and you don't have to be like a god to your artist. You just kind of have to like understand how to make your art readable. Like don't worry much about like art look, at least for storyboarding, right? About how to make your art most like understandable quickest amount of time possible. And then for comics, it's a lot of just like finding what find interesting in comic book or what you find interesting in a story. So here's one of my favorites. They lay out their panels, right? So Triscan, which I actually picked up in New York. Funny enough, when I was in New York, I picked up this. I love how they do their art, right? And I love these kind of panels. I don't prefer. I have I know people that prefer like the box panels, right? Like, typical boxes, you know. I prefer a lot more of this like freeform comic where it's kind of just like bled into stuff. Like this panel is like reaching into this panel, and these panels are really, but you can still see the flow. And I just like this kind of art too, where like this panel's reaching here, it's kind of all like flowing together instead of like a hard break between each box. And that's kind of just what I like in comics, so I kind of like lean on that. I also really like the Red Robin stuff, the 2009 comics and shit, and then also like telling the mood with your borders. So like this is a border, right? It's mainly finding what you like and experimenting, and that's just a lot of like figuring out what you're gonna do with comics and like practicing a lot. her back into her cover, even though I have Professor Shooter like born and shit, and I'm like, okay. But yeah, I end up just drawing a lot of thumbnails, tons of thumbnails. I know I have boards in here. I draw boards. Here's a comic I just like whipped out one day, and it's just like one of those where you just like whip out a small comic. It don't have to be that detailed. Or a small board like the 6 frames, right? Just a quick little gesture. What I usually do fan art, because fan art I can get a little bit more passionate about faster and just practice it. Mainly why I use fan art for a lot of stuff is just to sort of like it as a springboard, especially with like video game roleplay and stuff. It's like this is a scene. This is actually a scene from the roleplay, but it was told by one person's point of view in a really strict camera movement around like a third person POV, right? So what I do is I take that convo, I split it to 3 pages, and then actually pulls back out the sketchbook. Also, if you don't have a sketchbook, get a sketchbook. You're gonna need it. But split it off. Take a short little combo, part of a combo that I like, split it up into 3 panels, and then I spread out what I want and what I don't want, and I can tell my version of the story with certain camera angles, right? And actually, I had to do a couple different thumbnail versions of each of the panels, telling the same story but in different ways, right? But honestly, I know it's gonna be hate, but like, practice, which sucks, is a sucky term, and just like finding something you're interested in and making comics about it for no fucking reason. Because it's like, you know, like, draw fan art, it's like, or when getting your idea across, like, it don't gotta be good. Like, everyone's like, especially with like storyboarding and shit, it's getting your idea across is more important than it looking good. So as long as you can get your idea across, and like that's a lot of things where you just like gotta like go and like talk to people or share your shit online and be like, yo, you get the story, fam? I sometimes go into DMs with like artist friends and be like, yo, does this make sense? And they can like, oh, this kind of doesn't make sense, or oh, this doesn't make sense, and then they'll come to me with their stuff, and I'll be like recently, like Static came to me with one of their boards. They're like, oh, does this make sense? And I'm like, yes, all this is great except for this one frame where he has it in his left hand. He has like the scorpion in his left hand, and then in the next scene he has it in his right hand. Just make that right and you're good. And he's like, thanks. Just like one of those things. A lot of that. I think composition is your best friend, and learning how to control your composition, and how to control the viewer's eye. Like with this page, right? I'm controlling the eye because I know humans, one thing, humans are more likely to look where other humans are looking. So if I have this guy looking at this guy, right? If I have TJ looking at Ed, your eye is most likely to travel between them without a line leading between them. So if you have humans in your frame, wherever they're looking, the other person's gonna look. We're all curious motherfuckers who just want to learn what other people are looking at. So if you have people looking in a direction, they'll fucking look at it. Also, just a good art tip in general. Faces, the people will be like, oh, the face is the window of the soul. The eyes are the window. No. Shut the fuck up. I fucking hate it. People are like, oh, you just need to get the face right. No. No. These guys, they don't have faces. Do you see a face here? No. It's their body movement, their spine. like how their spine curves, their body position is what tells their emotion and not their fucking facial features. Dumb fucks. Sorry. Passionate about that. Passionate about it because I hear it so often. Hear it so often. You get the facial expression right. No! No! No, go home. Help it. Because it's like, you see someone sad from 50 feet away. You don't need to see their face to know they're sad. Right? In real life, if you see someone like bent over, you're like, oh, they're fucking sad. Or, oh, something's wrong. You don't need to see their face for that. You should be able to tell someone's emotion without seeing their face. And if you can't do that with your art, then yeah, what are you doing? If I got a little guy, this right. This is very simple, man. Right? You're like, wow, look at this man. He must be like tired or like kind of like disappointed in life or something, just because of like his like little silhouette thing. You don't need a face. People that are like faces. Yeah, it's just how simple can you go to tell your story, especially with boarding and everything. Reading your own comic, it's a lot of practice. Figuring out what format you want is a big one. And also posting online. I know people in my generation are either like against or brainwashed against. I'm sorry, but the online space. Just stop going on. Get out of your circle and go in other circles, because obviously then I usually like fan art and stuff. That just gives me a topic and then I hate. I also make all my art small. Oh, I have to always makes big and then finding something and making stuff off that is a very good help. Why I do fan art mostly. OC. Passionate about. Now I was originally like an illustrator sort of type, so like you can come from any background. Also, don't tell anyone. All the people in my major, they're like, I started drawing because I read comics when I was like 3. Don't tell, but maybe I didn't start reading comics until like junior year, like second year of high school. I'm just saying, like, I'm not in that comic. I'm like, comics? I did that probably. So funny. Everyone. Oh yes, I started drawing because I read comics, and I'm like, yeah, I was bored on a math test, and I didn't want to do any more math. That's why I started drawing. Everyone's got that. Realized that I could tell stories without writing, and I was like, haha, sign me up for that. I don't want to write. Pain in the ass. Now look at me, I'm writing and drawing. So, you know, who loses this? Probably.
Release me to this earth within this shallow grave. Grave digger, bring me to my knees.
Go. Yeah, so that's the gist. I say just mainly comics. Is figure out like how you're going to push it. Like if you're gonna do superheroes, you know, you do superheroes as a set style for superheroes, right? You do superheroes and you're like, yeah, I know how to do superheroes. It's the basic way everyone teaches you to do. When it gets to all the also, if you're doing like webtoons, I have never done, so I can't help you. I assume it's just like now your canvas is this, and you have now your canvas is like horizontal, right? Horizontal, and you just have to work with that. So I think basically just like experimenting with different canvas. Like if you're an illustrator right now, just experiment with like different canvases and like figure out how to control your space, you know? If you can control the canvas and not let the canvas control you, you'll be much better off in general. You'll be able to do a lot of stuff. I got a good example. Panel, right? I wanted a car. I wanted him driving, and I wanted to show him on the phone, right? So I was like, how can I make a couple panels in this? I was like, I could do the classic, like, oh, he's in, you know, the little, like, squiggly box, right? And then draw him in that, and then him responding. And I was like, that's a lot of, like, bubbles, you know? I kind of just wanted, like, half and half. So I was like, but I want to get the car in there, and that's a lot of space. So what I do, I want to have the car going, show the cars going fast. And usually when something is going fast, I always imagine it on an angle, right? I always imagine something on an angle when something's going fast. So it's like, okay, I'll show the car's going fast by putting it on an angle, have it the front facing us, and the lights shining down. That will make a border. And then I can have the other border made with each bubble of this guy. So instead of this giant rectangle, I've broken the space down into readable thing. And also, you see this first, and then the text will carry you over. Always, if you're making comics, put the text in there with your thumbnails. I mean, look at the little thumbnail here, right? The text is part of your composition. Make sure it's in it. You know, you're making thumbnails, make sure your text composition is in there. Or you're gonna hate your life. Things are gonna run up to the border, and you don't want to go back. Comics was during the horror era, where they didn't tell you what they were writing text, and they just slapped the text on top of your art, and you're like, I guess it's there now. And it's just a lot of experience. How others. And I take a lot of my inspiration for comics off of storyboarding rather than other comics. Now it might be the wrong approach. Honestly, I'll give a whatever. I'm being trained in comics. Also, when I did my professor, that's a lot of dialogue, and I'm like, Yeah. Yeah, it is. Yeah, he's like, are you sure? No. But I gotta be. I have no other idea. This whole idea actually started in RP, and Bert was like, what are you doing up there, Batman? And I was doing Battober at the time, and I was like, oh, Batman! I'm gonna do this instead of actually Batman. I'm in too deep, boys. Everyone else is in the class, from what I'm told, doing like happy-go-lucky stuff. Or, oh no, it's the frog family and they meet a weird creature in the woods or something like that, and I'm like, haha, drama. I want to do happy-go, very boring, let's be honest. Oh, also, I don't know if this applies to you since you. Oh. Specialized. Like eggs. Kind of specialize in it. Hey. If you're going to do an angsty scene, look at all my angst shit. How good this. Or I'm really good at fight scenes. You need me for your fight scenes. Look at all this fight stuff I do. Be able to do other stuff too, but like, really passionate about one of them. I need this because I am the only one who's God tier. It's like in your job, like Avatar. Looks animation, it's like for that specific style, you know? And then always don't companies overwork you. They're pieces of shit. We're going to exploit you by appearance. Yeah, bitch. Be an ass. Or people will be left to die. Dumbasses. Don't let them be corrected. Dumbass. I did a song. Always. I did Red Festival. I love that I know all my. This is Red Festival. That was like 3 years ago. I'm like, I did Red Festival. That was my first like storyboard on. I only count for a time now. Okay, well. I don't want to do it. I'm late. Any other questions? going back into book. Well, I think I'm making him too small again. Error. Also, not help at all because honestly, I might be just. I do try to help. No, yeah, but as an artist, I should pass on what I know. Yeah, as an artist, I should pass on what I know because most people are too shy to do that because they're like, I can't be correct. And maybe I'm not, honestly. Island, how are you? I'm sleeping. I'm trying an earlier start time because the later start time was like. I also might stream tomorrow because I do. Tomorrow stream my Photoshop, Illustrator, digital. I have to do this. I have to do. I'll have to do this boy. To do that boy tomorrow. Or this weekend at some point. Photoshop. The prompt is unlikely hero slash. Yeah, I'm thinking about streaming tomorrow. Thinking Fridays and Saturdays. Fridays, I feel like I've been streaming, feeling like I wanted to stream a lot during the week, but not much on the weekends. Just Saturdays. Sunday, I procrastinate, and on Sunday, I'm like, oh, fuck, I got like tons of work, and I totally procrastinated all week. Because I'm a good person. Well, it's Friday, Saturday, so I can procrastinate. Right? That's how that works. I'll probably stream. No promises. I want to stream. Probably. And was just pass out. Happening. Cassie. Almost. At. Or GTA fan art. In the story. The guy based off of Cassidy from Overwatch. His character was originally based off Cassidy and then became, you know, something else. But you know, the you know what that is, right? You start off, you're like, it's a parody character, and then you're like, and then like 2 years later, you're like, fuck, it's not a parody character anymore. It's its own thing. It's my OC now. That's basically what happened. But you know, he has the Overwatch hat. He was dating this guy, right? He's dating. I've been blaming to other people. TikTok man, or Crow man. This is Crow man or TikTok man, is also known as Walker, but TikTok man works too. And the Cassidy turns OC was dating TikTok man, and then he goes away, and then when they meet up again after a year, he gives TikTok man his hat, and we're all like, all the fans are like, oh my god, who needs rings when they just gave each other, and when he just gave him his hat, now it's adorable, right? Because we're like, we've been waiting for a wedding for a year and we haven't gotten it because we're sad. But yes, Cassie from Overwatch 2. Yes. I love how I could just explain it this with like, character 1 gives character E hat and now it's adorable, but no, we gotta go TikTok man and Cassidy OC version. Because that's he's sad. So TikTok man is sad, not because happy because he got the hat, but he's sad because he's just in jail for like 30 years / days / time is weird and we don't question it here. And now he has trauma. And this guy's telling him, this guy over down here is making fun of him because he's sitting on a building. So, you know, everything's right in the world. So that's how that works. This is crackhead. This is crackhead. This is TikTok man. That's how that works, okay? Anything else nothing else makes sense, just know that that's how that works. This man also has no fashion sense. Give him some credit. They're too high command. Castillo. Also, don't question it. I feel like just half of the shit that I get into, just the whole answer is just don't question. You'll be good, which is the way to go about everything. If you question it too much, it will start not making sense, and then we'll have problems. So you know, better just not to go. Except with politics, but with like fandom stuff, I feel like it's just like, don't question it. It'll be good. Some weird shit on the internet. Is that... I'm sane? Like no. That everyone's sane and. I do have to ink this. I do have ink. I have pen. I have a tip. Yeah, I should. And pen. There's gonna be a big ink shit. Big ink shit show. He's also a bomb dealer. About that. Probably not. Probably not an issue, Smile. How is college? This is actually for a comic. This is for my comics class. I have illustration. Honestly, I'm chillin'. Particularly. But I've been having like random anxiety spikes for like a reason I cannot even like. I don't even know why. I really shouldn't be. I'm having anxiety spikes for like no fucking reason, and I'm. Yep. So we'll see, but yeah, I'm hoping doing more stream helps with that. But helped during COVID, so getting onto a schedule with like I drew it, but I think I gotta get on it because technically I feel good. I feel everything good except when I get to class, I get anxiety and I'm back. Hate it here, send help. yeah, pretty good, honestly. Thank God I'm not graduating. All I think about. I ain't ready for real life, so no, please. God, I took a gap. Um. Oh. Oh my God, I can't imagine. Also, everyone thinks these are my characters. And that feels like a conversation I don't want to have. But these are just my boys. And we just don't tell anyone. Hope no one looks in it. Think about them. I mean, I'm too lazy. To be fair, someone in the class is doing Sonic. So I can't be like, I feel like I'm the cringiest person in the room. To be fair, their comic cover was better, and it was Sonic. So maybe, you know, maybe I am the cringiest. I haven't decided on that fact yet, though. So, they did a really good Sonic cover. I was, okay, it looked professional, and I was like, why am I here? I just have random handcuffs. Sag. And like they're like over there doing like Sonic as like a god tier art piece, and I'm like, I'm doing GTA RP. Am I the cringe one? Answer is yes. Oh, I just haven't accepted. How that? Oh my god. But yeah, that's how that's going. Honestly, I like all my classes. We're all good. We're all good on that front. We're all good on that front. Yeah. Yeah, in general, college is doing good. Happy I can... Honestly, I'm just happy that my, like, art professors are kind of just being, go do art. I believe in you, and I'm like, fucking thank God. I like do stuff out of orders. I ain't. Oh, do this. And I'm like, yeah, okay. This. I didn't do that all during this step, and they're like, no, do this certain step. And I'm like, I hate it here. Also, I don't have ship room. That's good. All of my very good. That one's good. Haven't been murdered yet, which is also good. I thought I was gonna get murdered. No, I didn't think. I thought I was gonna get. It's a really freaky alley, and I had to walk past it, and I was like, hey. I don't need food past 7 anymore, because that was a freak. I don't want past anymore. If I don't get food by 7 at this point, I ain't getting food for the rest of the night. Fuck the dining hall. I ain't going past that creepy alley. So that's how that was. There's a white van, and it was just going in and out of that valley, and I was like, I'm probably paranoid. But at the same time, a freaky white van that keeps going in and out, and I ain't going past that, so I'm fucking getting food past 7 now. If I don't get food earlier, I ain't going to the dining hall. So, yeah. Besides the creepy alley, everything's going great. Yeah, that's fine. I don't know. I have to get this done by Wednesday. I don't even know how I'm gonna do that. Struggle. Pain. The neck is too thick. Thick neck with. It's from bird's eye view. Focus intensify. I need to cook. I need food that. How many fingers you got left? Because I don't. I gotta be like, I eat. I just have ramen now. The worst thing is I don't got caffeine half the time, so. See, this is my problem. Every time I go to draw something, I'm like, wow, this looks good. And then I realize that I made it too small a fucking again. I really should just keep to my original sketch. Because that was good and I planned it out correct, but then I don't fucking working. Color. Fair. I actually want to play Red Dead again. I was talking to someone. I was like, you're making Red Dead. You can't do this. I don't have time. Well, Red Dead and I'm a horse game. Also, last time I played a game on stream, I didn't have fun. And I decided that I really shouldn't be playing games. I was playing. I'm just getting sad. Maybe I'll play games on stream one day when I'm more consistent. I was like, I can't be playing games on every time I play a game on stream. I don't want to stream ever again. It's probably gonna be a while. I'll play games on stream again, I'm gonna be honest. I was just playing games on stream. I don't want to. I don't. And I should like it. Probably just gonna do art for it. I've been playing a lot of games, like single players, offline. That's how that. On the wall. Give me something to believe in. Also, when I finish, actually, I do have Amatic. I do want to get right. I have show. Be fun. Time of live. My Twitch is glitching out, honestly. I hope it's fine. Yeah. So yeah, I've been doing like 2 hours ish. Bring back my voice. I don't want to kill myself, especially if I'm streaming tomorrow. I don't want to fucking kill my voice. Does that look good? I feel like it looks bad. It look bad. Do I hate my life? The answer is yes. Yeah. I also want to get another illustration. But it does take a lot of work. So I will just supplement with streams. Also, Twitch has been really glitchy for me. So if it just is like fucky on all fronts, I might just like freeze for a bit. Hard to make both stream. I don't know why Twitch keeps glitchy. Because it keeps like playing audio correctly. Oh. Sorry, I was like, it's yeah. So much fun. Oh, someone, my tutor, one of my tutors, illustration. Oh, when I saw working on things and they like were drawing, and then they didn't use Photoshop correctly, I fucking hate it here. I'm like, oh, I do that, but I do it correctly, so I win. I'm very happy with myself. They haven't seen it. I mean, they might have, honestly, they might have. I don't know if they. I did put in the like when they were like, show your best work, and I was like, here's my speed fades. I like them. They're good. But I don't know. It wasn't. Maybe I should be straight. That's an arm, maybe. Walk alone. I hate. Can't resize shit. someone pointed out trailer. Also, right before I started stream, I got a friend request from some person, and I'm like, on one hand, I want to accept it just to be like, the fuck are you, and play around with it. But on the other hand, I don't know if the fuck they're only in a server that like I never go into, which seems like a scam to me. And I'm like, I haven't posted that server in like 6 months. No way, you just randomly found me, and you want to like compliment me or something. That's just like kind of dumb. No. I feel like I should reject it on principle. But at the same time, curiosity killed the cat. we'll see when they get hacked. It's gonna be fun. What the? Now why the fuck you up there, Batman? Fuck you up there, Batman? What are you doing? What the fuck you up there? Honestly, dead. Yeah, my Discord server, yeah. My Discord always dead. It's on my server. It's bad. I think it's mainly because I haven't been streaming, and I'm sorry because I've been dead. So, whoopsies, my bad. I'm trying to be more. I remember those stuff. But I get scared. I go and listen. General scares me. What am I supposed to talk about in general? That's my whole thing. It's like general scares me because what the hell am I supposed to talk about in general? General stuff? That's like so vague and open. Ew. I'm weird. No. I'm weird, but I think everyone. Just no topic, like everyone else did. Like I looked at other streamers and everyone's just saying good morning to each other. I'm like, that's weird. Why would I say good morning to someone? What? Oh, I don't know. Oh, I'm doing it. And half the time you guys are only talking about like wrestling guys, and I'm like, I don't know what the fuck that is. So I'm like, okay, have fun with your combo. Bye. Also, just half my in my vid, or so I'm just like, I don't want to go in there and be. I don't want to go there and be like, TJ almost died today, and you guys be like, who the fuck is TJ? And I'm like, oh, you know, I feel like that's a little weird. I feel like going into my server, guys. TJ almost died, and I can't do this shit. And everything. And then it's just like no one knows who that is, Pax, and I'd be like, yeah, that's fair. You're an art YouTuber. Talk about art. Listen, all my art is bad art, so we could talk about art. I talk about art. Go in there and be like, what's up, fam? Cool art I saw today, my own, which is kind of like, I feel like that, I feel like I don't want to flex that hard. I feel like I should stop flexing. I could just like try to post, if you want, I can just start trying to post a bunch of like sketchies, whips, sketchies and shit. But like, yeah, I think it's just hard to keep stuff active. And I'm not the most active person. If no one talks to me, I ain't gonna talk back. I'm like, fuck you, you guys figure that out. Communication? Who she? You know? You're shit at communication. I'm good when I have a purpose behind it, but as soon as someone's like, so you just wanna now end it, chat and talk about random shit, I'm like, what? I'll do the sketch. It's just hard, man. I'll try to post more of my side projects, my side things. Absolutely can't. I feel bad for painting something. Oh, his head looks weird. Send help. Someone send help. Their head looks weird. Yeah. I mean, it looks kind of decent on the big screen. Looks shit on person. I might try to get someone to hound me. Have you done anything with your whole world that you've built? No, I haven't. I might get someone to help hound me to start posting stuff on my whole world. The thing is, like, I'm not very motivated to do art for it. I'm not very motivated to do art for it. So when I do, like, do art for it, it's usually someone external motivating me to do it, and then once I do it, I don't get, like, a great response for it, you know? I post it online, and I'm, okay, if this gets a good response, I'll make more. And then it gets, like, 2 people being like, this is cool, or not even this is cool. You just go, smile, and I'm like, so it's a lot of, like, me being like, I'm not motivated to do this. Me forcing me through the drawing, me first forcing myself through the drawing process, and then like there's no reward at the end. With fan art, even if like it doesn't do well, like I wanted to do it, so like the reward is actually doing the art. It's not that I don't like my story. I love my story. It's just actually drawing my story becomes like an actual pain in the ass. So I develop a lot of my story in my head and write it down, but as soon as I go to draw it, it's like pulling teeth. Then like at the end of pulling teeth, they're like, it's honestly, it's like when they actually pulled teeth from me, and at the end of pulling my teeth, they're like, okay, so do you want braces? And I'm like, fuck no. I'm good. You know? Like if they actually pulled teeth from your head just so you can avoid braces, and then they actually like force you into braces afterwards. You're like, the fuck? The fuck? So honestly, I'm more likely to be willing to explain stuff about my story on stream. Like if people ask me about it, or if I get into it, I'm more likely to do it on stream. Like, talk about it, and explain it, and do story stuff that way, than actually draw it. And I'm probably gonna try to get someone to help me push me through, because I do want to share it with you guys. I think that's fun, but I'll probably be drawing fan art while talking about it, sort of thing. It's just, I think it's basically, I originally made the story to be written and not drawn, so now like trying to get it back to be drawing, it's like a struggle. I'm like, in my head I'm like, these characters don't have designs. In reality they do, because I have to draw it, but like that like back in my head voice, but do you have to draw? Are you sure about drawing? Right. So it's more of a struggle on my end. I do want to get eventually, but it's gonna be a lot of like, I'm gonna draw them, and then it's gonna be me being like, never mind, and then it's gonna be me talking about them, and then it's gonna be me being like, okay, actually, I'll do this instead. I have made more religions. That's any consolation. I don't know if that is interesting to people or not. I've made more progress on religions. Folktales and I don't know how many people are interested in that. Or if they're just like, why would I? But yeah, I've more religion. Or not more religion. I've refined the religion. Fun. Followers of the Stars. White Fire. Ooh, in different ways, depending on. Yeah, so my world has multiple religions. Followers of the Stars believe in like constellations and that. So that's like Jace's stuff, and he's like the moon in their eye is the abdomen, the thing, the moon, so the sky. Followers of the Stars believe that the first star is the weavings of like a moon spider, and the moon itself is like the abdomen spider. Couple stuff. How they see. Stars around it. The moon, full moon is like very like star related. So Jace, his his like family is tied to the moon, tied to the spider. They're the most important. They rule the sky. They weave the sky every night. Of this really like sentimental planned out, where the wolves who fall. It's kind of like zodiacs, but like not really. There's different like families that are like there's different animals like zodiacs. Some are due to constellations, some are due to seasons, some are due to solstices, some are due to like different phenomenons in the sky. So like the wolves are shooting stars, and it's like and then they're like, oh, if you see a shooting star, it's not just a shooting star, it's the wolf pack running across the skies. So there is a character called the Wolf, and she and this Jace, which character, have a little in one of the like she's a like side villain antagonist in like the part of the story, and her and Jace have like a very big like disagreement where very important is that when they die, they're either burned in a certain way to match the animal that they follow, or they aren't buried. They have to, their body has to be seen by the stars at night, like burned to they can't be burned at like dawn or dusk, because then they'll be trapped as spirits, or at least that's what they believe. And the wolf and Jace have a very big argument at the start of kind of like conflict, right? Wolf is like, when I kill you, or something like that. When I kill you, I'm going to drown your body. Is like bad because bad in their eyes, because under the water where the stars won't see you. But Jace doesn't want the stars to see him at all, because he's lived his life in fear of like mom and like the spider, and like he has a lot of like, when I want you to bury me in the deepest darkest cave, and the so like then they go at it back and forth where they have this very big like or big issue where I'm going to burn you so you get added to the stars, and Jason's like, I'm gonna bury you underground. That's like another added conflict thing. And then but it's not coming out for a bit, so fuck it, right? And that's probably gonna change because honestly it will. Wolf dies. Jason promises her that he will burn her, be added to the wolf pack. Dies. There's a scene has her on a fire in the middle of like a clearing of trees, and gonna have shooting stars across the sky, which I need to draw. So I do need to draw them eventually. It's just gotta work on. But yeah, there's a bunch of different ones. I think the dolphin, you're part of the dolphin thing is you're set on a platform on like when the eye is low, and then as the tide like rises, that's what like when it should like when the water starts to touch the dead body, that's when the body should be lit aflame, so that and then the idea is if you follow the dolphin, you're like the reflection of stars in the water. They think, because they don't got like pure science yet, but they think the stars, like the dolphins, tell the water when to, you know, they think the reflection of the it's interesting. But yeah, there's another religion that doesn't come up in my story till much later. Mountain, and they believe that they're more tree-based. So I came up with this idea actually. I was looking at my skin to look what I was supposed to be doing. Anything probably. I was looking at my skin, and look closely at your skin, triangles, and then I was looking at a leaf. Again, I think too much and I don't know where I am half the time. I was looking at a leaf at the similar patterns, so then I was like, oh, I can make a religion out of this. So then I did. Of course I did. What else do you want for? But is that believe it's a very different culture. Or with a lot of the people with powers are like, because maybe they caused a giant crater and it be filled with water. A lot of the population died. I don't know. Yes. But up north, past the mountains, they kind of experienced that. They're all like people with powers, or like fortunate and kind of like affected as like people gifted by the gods, different way. And I kind of want to. I'm interested in culture. Point of view. There you go. Societies in different in general, so a lot of my stuff reflects that. Also, there's the isolated people that live on lightning graves, like the islands of the lightning graves. Are there ghosts in real in your universe? No, but there's plenty of ghost stories. It's funny because it's technically that are real, but there are dragons. I was like, I can't be drawing this many dragons and not add them to my world. But they are locked. All the dragons in the universe are locked in a different plane of existence. Locked away. But they do interact by cursing. Decide to abandon their humanity. Curse them. They are not yelling. Talking about something else. Oh, God. God. I'm gonna be yelled at. No. But very interesting. Trying to make this not look like how that kind of stuff. The lightning grapes. Pirates. They rule the waves. And they're out there. They kind of like imagine it's like buildings stacked on these like cliff tops that you mountains, but now any little islands. Very limited. All these buildings stacked on top of each other. But since Waterlands here, they have houses, structures under the water. I still need to work on. There's like the light. But I think where I was going with them was basically they believe heavily, half them are they're more because all the people of mainland consider the creation of Crater Sea as a curse or like a damnation of humans, while the people in Jesus, they thrive off the water. They've been creation of Crater Sea a blessing. So what they do is like when someone dies, they join the water, like their soul, the waves that carry their boat. And they live in Water City. So they're like, so if someone like they're like they must have cursed someone that lives underwater, someone who lives in the underwater cities. They're like they're dead. Must have a grudge against. I gotta work on it, but like it's reckon and how that would like or spawn. A lot of situations. There's much religion or much like folk of people powers, because that's usually people with powers. There's a lot of like it puts a lot of strain, like genetically, a lot of strain on their body. Folktales and lore about like people that like have two powers, monsters with two powers, and that kind of stuff. So there's a lot of like interesting stuff there as well. But yeah, I'm trying to make like little things where I can explain the culture without explaining the culture, you know, show not tell. That's always fun to where I can take. I'm just very interested in all that kind of Luna is very locked away. A lot of the places are very locked away. To be honest, different factions in the world. It's very big. I joke, but it's also very true. If you take my map of my world and do any random location on the map, I'll be able to tell you a whole ass history lesson about that location. Like I got all no, and then I don't tell anyone. I'm like, everyone wants to hear my shit. A lot of old religions do, like the people of the Hidden Lake. That's a very interesting. Hours ago. They usually can't see. Fucking puts like stress on their. Only people that do it without. Body melt. Shut off. Powers or Kurt or people or like fun. That's fun. I want to make an anime show, either an anime show or comic. Probably multiple. I'd love to do multiple media. Book. I don't know. I'm kind of just like balls. I'm not limiting myself to anything because anything's open. I can tell the story, basically. I actually, funny thing, something I was gonna do happening because the only one interested seemed to be Static. Everyone else kind of like dismissed me. Which I might still run with Static, to be honest, and might only run with Static because I'm not gonna run it if like no one else thinks and wants to do it. Thinking about running for the play game in my world, it canon to my world. And have like Static play. Static made a character a bit ago where he's like, I want to be a crazy goat doctor that's like used healing magic to like stitch like goat it to my head, and I'm like, you can do that. That's possible. So I might run that through, and maybe Static will do that one day. That might be if I can record that, and then that maybe that might be. But we'll see. See how that goes. I have tried to bring it up with a couple of my friends. And like, and only Static's the one that's like really is like, I want to do it. Static keeps asking me every once in a while. I'll be like, yo, when are we doing that? Oh, you really want to do that? We're joking. No, when? Tell me when. Oh. I don't know. Probably gonna be like unplanned. And... Yeah, maybe I'll do that one day. Maybe I'll do a little drawing for that. Maybe do a little drawing of all the adventures we do from that. That might be fun. I was thinking about, I do a couple writings every once in a while. I actually might throw in the Discord. I might throw the writings, Google Doc writings. I do write about them a bit. Might throw that in the Discord. But honestly, writing, just writing, pure writing, I can do a lot easier. Drawing. I might just start with like writings every. But yeah, I'm probably gonna end up soon. I really want to see your. I would love to show you because apparently, like I don't have much to go off of. Static tells me shit. But Static's always like, your magic system's so cool. Is it? I mean, I work on it a lot. I mean, as I just find it like, at least for me, healing isn't just healing. You can do you can have healing powers, but you don't gotta fucking heal. Like I kind of leave it very open. I think it's here's your power set, but you don't have to do shit with it if you. You'd be like, yeah, that's great and all, but what about this instead? And I'd be like, yeah, that's fair. With illusionists, I make illusion different types of illusion. Sub races. But with illusionists, they have to make a sound with their body somehow, so like whistling or snapping or snapping their feet, stomping their feet, licking their mouth. I think I might add like playing an instrument, blowing into something. But they have to make a sound with their like using their body. To make an illusion that like opens up a lot of stuff. Can you catch the illusionist using their powers? So like Jace, my character, he snaps because he's dramatic. He's a dramatic boy like that. He needs a snap to fucking activate his illusions. His illusions aren't like typical like, oh, now there's a butterfly. No, his illusions are like the things that your brain assumes about stuff. So it's like best way to describe it is like when you're a kid and you're like and you swear that there's like dark spindly hands outside your window like grabbing, like he does that. He makes the tree branches look like hands. He just adjusts things just a little bit to like fuck with your brain. So another thing was like the rustling of the leaf tree might start sounding like whispers, you know. Just things that you already are seeing and hearing to make them a little bit more in his what he wants you to. And a way you can tell, with especially like less experienced illusionists, if stuff are illusionate, or if like you have animals near you. Usually the animals won't out as much, so they'll be relying more on hearing, or especially with sight stuff. The animals will be, I can't smell that, I can't hear that. So you have like a horse or something. Now you're like, oh, let's not be real, you know, whatever. Or you have a dog or shit. Or experienced illusionists will like be able to affect animals. It's usually just like focusing on might be like, oh, I'm focusing on this dog, but humans around me can't hear that or see that. There's also they can make like the butterfly, but it's like very limited, like small. I don't want anything to be like way too powerful. And also, I'm a person who needs somewhat realistic stuff, even though it's definitely realistic in theory. So a lot of my stuff is like, how does the brain, how would your eyes perceive? How does that work in your brain? How does that not work in your brain? In theory, that kind of stuff. General. Magic. Well, take a lot of inspiration from like vaccination, that sort of. A lot of my stuff after medical shit. Oh no, I've been told very more mathematical than. No, find it fascinating. That's all. All right, I'm going to end. I need to save my voice for tomorrow stream. Coming. Hopefully, I can stream tomorrow. Don't fucking die. I won't die if you don't die. That's how that works. So don't fucking die. Better see you back here next time. Might stream tomorrow. And don't let the badgers bite. Don't do it, you know. Probably bad, you know.